Despite what you may believe, we live in a non-violent society. This does not mean that humans have lost the biologically ingrained instinct to go to war. But the rules of engagement have changed. We can no longer stake claim to a kingdom via brute force and military conquest alone. The modern war takes place in the jaws of the beast that we call the industrial complex. The modern battlefields are air-conditioned rooms where men in suits go to negotiate. Methods have changed, but the principles remain the same. Now, let's venture east and travel back in time where we enter 17th century feudal Japan and say hello to Miyamoto Musashi. Musashi was a legendary philosopher and one of the greatest swordsmen to ever live. The Book of Five Rings is one of his most famous creations that was written to help gain victory on the battlefield. Despite being quite technical in the art of swordplay, this book nonetheless contains enough wisdom and principles that will carry over to the world of business and entrepreneurship. Principle number 1 is to favor strategy over tactics. Musashi believed that a good long-term strategy will guide your actions and decisions, whereas the tactics are merely tools that will help you execute your strategy. All of these top 5 side hustles type videos are the perfect example of hustling in reverse and picking tactics over strategy. I'd be very interested to see the statistics of the amount of people who actually find long-term success following these garbage videos. By over-fixating on the small technical details without giving the long-term strategy any consideration, you are doomed to fail. Now, let's bring it back to a more concrete example of a very successful company that favored strategy over tactics. Amazon. Amazon's overall strategy is to be the world's most customer-centric company. Their aim is to provide an insane variety of products, fast and reliable delivery, and excellent customer service. The tactics Amazon used to execute its strategy include analyzing data to identify what the customers want and then providing them with it, setting up its own delivery infrastructure, which involved deploying a vast army of vans and warehouses all over the world, investing in emerging technologies such as its virtual assistant Alexa, which absolutely revolutionized its customer service. Principle number 2 is to embrace simplicity. Musashi believed that simplicity was the key to victory in battle. In business, this principle can be applied by eliminating any unnecessary complexity and focusing on the essentials. A perfect example of this is Google. When Google first launched, the search engine market was already crowded with competitors. However, Google's simple and minimalistic design was enough to set it apart from the competition. Instead of trying to be a jack of all trades, Google focused on only one thing: providing the most relevant and useful search results. The simplicity extended beyond its design. Google's algorithm was made to be as simple as possible. The third and final principle of this video is to create a culture of excellence. Musashi believed that warriors who strive for excellence in all aspects of life will be successful both in battle and in their personal lives. A perfect example of this is Apple. From the beginning, Steve Jobs had a vision of creating products that were not only sleek and beautiful, but also intuitive and highly technologically advanced. Apple's culture of excellence went far beyond its products, however. The company also prioritized excellence in its supply chain, manufacturers, and customer service. Apple also invested heavily in employee training and development, giving them the tools that they needed to excel at their roles. This investment definitely paid off well, as Apple's employees are highly driven to achieve excellence in their work. As a result of this culture of excellence, Apple became one of the most successful companies in the world. I hope you have found this video insightful, because I have plenty more examples of the parallels that can be drawn between ancient samurai wisdom and the battle of modern day entrepreneurship.